Remember in the 80s with the Incredible Hulk when he burst through his clothes and his green skin showed through? All about that. The Incredible Hulk. Oh, it doesn't do it on my biceps.
I'm the Global Runner, and having just run 16:01 in the 5k and 33:02 in the 10k, I'm trying to get under 2:30 in the marathon, aged 51. My week's training is on the screen. Let's get straight into it. I know a lot of people like seeing this all in one place, so let's get right into it. This week was a bit of a strange one because it straddled sort of two halves. The start of the week, I was really resting and making sure that I was ready on Friday and Saturday for the 10k race on Sunday. Now, I did a whole video about that 10k race, so you should check that out, but I did want to give a little bit of a debrief on it. So we will come back to this screen, but let's have a look at that post-race debrief now. So of course I was super happy with that run. It was a lifetime PB, age 51. It was a provincial age group record. It was a course age group record. And it's only, I understand, less than 15 seconds off the Canadian over 50 record. So I'm happy with that. And I'm only 10 seconds off the Canadian 5k age group record. So I might have an attack on those later in the year, but more of that later. So we're back looking at the week. Monday, I started to pick up the miles. I did a couple of longish runs on Monday. And then Tuesday, I wanted to do some sort of steady state running. And I always do those at 6-minute miling or 3:43 a kilometre. I think I made a bit of a mistake on Tuesday. So let's have a look at that now. So I said I thought I made a mistake with that session, and I think I did. I did that session on Tuesday, and I should have done it on Wednesday. Because what happened was, I did the race on Sunday, then I did some heavy mileage Monday. I did those 2 steady state runs, which was like 13 miles at decent pace, the day after on Tuesday, and then a longish run on Wednesday. So by Wednesday, I was starting to get really tired, and I felt like I was digging a hole that I really wasn't getting myself out of. And in fact, I said this on Thursday morning after my 40 minutes easy. Okay, it's Thursday morning, and I just did an 8k morning run, and I'm feeling tired. So I need to do something about it. I'm just digging myself a hole that I don't seem to be getting out of in terms of this week's training. I think my mistake was doing Tuesday's session probably a day too early. I did some serious mileage
at a decent pace, and I think that was too soon after the 10k. And after that, my Garmin training readiness, for those who look at it, and I do look at it, was down to like 18. And I was like, that's okay, I'll, you know, do some slower, longer miles and pull myself out of it. But I'm just not pulling myself out of it. I was like 30 something when I woke up this morning, and I just feel tired. So we can't just keep digging a hole. It's okay doing big miles if your body is feeling fresh and feeling good, but I don't feel like it's okay doing big miles when your body is crushed. I wanted to get a big session in, like 10 by a mile or something like that, and I was going to do that tomorrow. Instead, what I'm going to do is take tomorrow, Friday, as a rest day, like a cross training day, and I'm going to bring my long run, which is going to have some efforts in, to Saturday, and I should be recovered by then, and then I can hopefully do the sort of 10 by a mile earlier next week. So it's all about pivoting, listening to your body, looking at your watch, and I'm all right doing heavy miles as long as I'm not doing them crushed. Like, I think you have to have a high training readiness at the start of the day to do this, and I'm just not there. This is a recipe for injury, so listen to your body. Come on, let's. One day of cross training, that's way better than some arbitrary mileage number. So in the week that David Beckham turned 50, I say, come on then, David, try your luck. Pick the distance and I'll be there. All joking aside, I had a great week. 33:02 is a 10k PB. You've got to be happy with the PB. I did some decent training after that, but I dug myself into a hole. I'm still trying to dig myself out of it. So the plan is to do a longer, faster run tomorrow, provided I feel sufficiently recovered. I'm not going to dig myself into that hole. So I think you've just got to be sensible with the training and make sure that you don't do too much. So my friend showed me that the Canadian records for over 50 are 15:51 for 5k, which is only 10 seconds quicker than I just ran. 10k, the time is 32:49, which is 13 seconds quicker than I just ran. So I think they're achievable. And part of the difficulty with running marathons all the time is that while you get super fit, you're worried that running too many races is going to get in the way of training, because of course you have to taper a little bit for races, and that gets in the way of training. So I would like to have a crack at those, and I would like to have a crack while I'm super fit, but I don't think that's going to happen because I've made a decision and I'm not doing the Fargo Marathon. I'm actually going to do the Ottawa Marathon, which is a week earlier. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have discovered that I run better with people around me. And I think I'm going to be running solo in Fargo, even though it's a flat course and it's going to be a really good course. I run better with people around me, people to drag me, and I think there's a greater chance of running with someone and being able to run by feel in Ottawa than there is in Fargo. So that's the plan. The plan is to do Ottawa. That is in about 4 weeks' time, so it's coming up. And really, we're going to hit some big mileage in the next couple of weeks and then aim for Ottawa. And I think I'm ready. I think I'm there. I think I just need to round off 2 decent weeks of training and then head straight into Ottawa and see where that brings. But in the meantime, can someone get me a pair of these Puma shoes? The Fast R3 or whatever they're called. I'm desperate to try those before the Ottawa Marathon. Chances are I won't get a pair. I'm going to run in my other Pumas, the Nitro Elite 3, if I don't get a pair. But man, wouldn't it be nice to try a pair of those out before the Ottawa Marathon. So if anyone's got any strings, let me know. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to mash the like button. Please subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.